Hello. Okay. Can people hear me? Right, let's see if this actually works. Yep, I'm streaming. Can you see me move around the window and go away Steam? I'm going to quit. Exit Steam. There we go. Right. What am I doing today? Well, one, I'm first drunk, so that's probably, and tired. That's probably not the best idea when I'm programming. But yes, today I've been messing around trying to get a metaprogramming tool working. And can you see? Can you? Yeah, that's all right. Can you hear me though? Can people hear me? I don't like to show my face, if that makes any sense. I don't really like to see it. Good, you can see me and video's fine. Look, windows moving around. Ooh, things fancy. So, today I'm going to start something completely from scratch. And it's pretty much going to be a language. It's, yay. Yes, you've seen my face. I know. But I just don't want the general public to see it for numerous reasons. I am ginger, pale-skinned, and English. Hopefully that gives you another option of what I look like. Maybe. Sorry, my dog's at the door. That's all, just he wants to come in, but no. Right, can you hear me now? Sorry, I turned the microphone off because I'm a complete numpty. Yep, I'm a numpty. So, I'll speak. Again. Streaming, never done it before. Probably never. Yeah, whatever. Good, now you can hear me. Good. So, I'll explain what I've done today. Today I've been working on a metaprogramming tool. I can actually probably just get it up. Might be easier thing to do. So, just put that to the side. Can I get it? Yes, here we go. So my metaprogramming tool looks like this. This is some of the code I've done. And this is C, my augmented C. So as you can see, I've got some enums, structure, an entity, and then a tagged union. This all now compiles. I've also got defer constructs to work. They all defer in the right places. So when this gets compiled, test C looks like this, except there's a mild bug. Where's the bug? Here. I can't be bothered to fix it right now. Is that this, for some reason, passes all the way up to here, and it shouldn't. And I know all it should do is that, and should look like that when it passes, but eh. But as you can see, it generates all this code from that. Well, it should in theory. But all the defer stuff works. Yeah, that's great. So that's my thing. So the way I normally lex is I kind of do a recursive descent parser. That's how I lex normally, and then do a recursive descent parser. So that's how I do it. So I'm going to start today, and I'm going to completely do it from scratch. And goodbye this file here. So for those who out there who have never done lexing or tokenizing before, I'm going to show you how to do it. So this language I've just making starting up today, because for the hell of it, why not? I'm just trying to stream, learn how to do it. I'm going to call it Odin. I am going to completely copy Jonathan Plow's syntax. So if I need to do that, put JAI syntax in. Hey, there we go, it works. Right, and what I'm going to call this is going to create a vector2 struct. There we go, that's good enough for me. And it's going to have elements of, I don't know, x f32, or is that a float? Can you write float? Whoops. Yeah. And a y. There we go, there's a vec2 and there's a thingy bob. And I'm just going to call that vec2, whatever. For this one I'm going to do, so now I'm not going to do a data-driven lexer. I'm just going to do the stupid naive solution and fuck it. Just do it quickly. Table-driven ones are about 10 times faster than simple ones, but yeah. Yeah, I should be able to put this on YouTube. Sorry if the bitrate's killing you. I don't know. Do I need to make it less? How do I do that? Is it bad? Is it a bit too much? I have no idea. The bitrate for me is about 400 kilobits per second, it says. So hopefully that's okay. Yeah, I use F32 and F64 because I'm used to using Go now, and actually they use oops. Oh, I can't type tonight. Because usually in Go they have F32s like that, float 32s. When I'm talking, it's about 500. Okay. Okay, thank you for saying that's static motion, if that's how you pronounce it. I have no idea. Okay. So first, well, actually, you know what? I'm going to do it the proper way around this today. I'm going to do argc argv. I'm now going to make sure that I'm actually specifying some files, and then I'm just going to print out an error if not. So please specify at least one .odin file. There you go. Put a new line at the end, and then return 1. Hey presto, that works. So, what else should I do? I size I, just like so. I'm going to loop through all the variables now. So we're going to do argc I++, and then the file name. So it'll be argv I, and then what I'm going to do is just printf here the file name, just to see what it is. Oh, so static motion then, okay. Yes, yeah. Okay. Yes, you need to bully me as much as possible. Hey, I like Sublime Text. It's pretty good. Look, it's pretty good. And I have all the proper fancy syntax highlighting, man. Hey, can you do that in any other ones? Well, probably can, but not as easy. Hey, and it also looks pretty. Look, it even matches the colour scheme of my goddamn Windows. Because I can do that. So I'm going to print out all the file names and see what they are. So it builds, it runs. Let's go to the build.bat file. I have one of these that just generates crap. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. We don't need to put that in there. So it's building the thing out, and that's the exe name. So that's what I want. So it's %s like that. And then I'm just going to saved it in the source file. This is where it is, yeah. Base directory it as well. Like that. Base directory source test.odin. Like so. So there we go. You can see now that is the file it's opening. Great. Who'd have guessed that? Okay. Yeah, this is Sublime, by the way. Yeah. This is my text editor of choice. Because I like quite a lot of its features, and multiple curses is amazing. Right. So let's try and parse it. So with my little tools, I have some extra stuff. Like, for instance, I can just get the entire stuff, like the file contents. So fc equals 0. I'm going to now just I'm also going to make sure I've got the correct extension. So, oops, made that a const. Why not? Because let's do const correctness tonight. Yeah, I'm not a real programmer, no. Actually, technically I'm a physicist. That might be why. Right, let's do that. So now I'm going to make sure that we've got the correct extension. So I'm going to enforce an extension. So I'm going to say it's Odin is the extension. And then I'm just going to return 1 because I'm failing. And then I'm going to print an error. Like so. The specified file must be a .odin file. Ooh, you have to be right. Okay? Good. So, now that we've got that, that's great. So I'm doing an if there. I don't need an if yet. So let's first load up all the content. So file read contents. That was easy. So need to pass the allocator. Do I want to null terminate it? Yes. And then I'm going to pass it the file name. Like so. I'm put const down because this actually uses const. Like if I do this, it's going to throw a hissy fit at me and says, oh, you've got a const here. Yeah, I've tried to write my library const correct. Like, I don't care. I never use it any const correctness anyway. So let's just check to see it's open, and then yeah, that should be fine. Let's just prove this is actually starting. Like that's printing out, and hopefully, yeah, that prints out properly. So there's everything in that file. Comment. There's a comment as well. Brilliant. We've done it. Yeah, that's it. That's how you make a language. You just put it into text and you're done. Okay. So it's not that simple, actually, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, const really... const is weird. In that in C, by default, nothing is const. Yeah, by default, everything is mutable. So trying to be const correct in C is actually okay. You can do that quite well. But const correctness in C++ does get a pain in the bum. And yeah. This is C, by the way, I'm programming in. That cast thing that I wrote, this cast, is literally a macro that does nothing. It's literally so I can grep things easily. That's all that cast does. I'm literally building this in C. This is not C++. I'm building a language just from scratch while drunk. Yeah. I'm going to have a drink right now, actually. Const tabs, const spaces. What? Oh, okay. Was that a load of time I just saw? What a load of time. What? So I'll go back to the const stuff again anyway. So in some modern languages such as Rust and such, and a lot of functional languages, things are immutable by default. So to be honest with you, I don't really give a damn. As long as one's the default, you kind of stick to it. So if you're in C, I'd say default to mutable, and it's fine. If you're in Rust, or I've never even programmed like in Rust, but if you're in functional languages, everything's immutable by default. So I would default to that, because for me, that's just easy. Just go with what the language is going through. So yeah, that's okay. So, right, to tokenize stuff, what you need to do is turn things into tokens. So a token in a language is kind of like, here's one, there's a token, then you've got a space, token, 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 space, token, like this is what you're doing, tokenize it, and then you've got two tokens here, and then another token, a token, yeah. So your tokens are kind of like little kind of symbols and stuff, I can't think tonight. But that's all it is. So that's what we need to do. So okay, let me think this through. So we're going to start parsing. I'm going to just make a loop that goes continuously forever. So while parsing, so I can always break out it easier. So the first thing, I'm just going to write the code. So tokenizer, or Alexa if you want to be poncy, but I like to say it's a tokenizer because it says what it does on the tin. And then I'm going to make the tokenizer. Oops. From the file contents. That should be good enough. So let's just make that code now. So type def struct tokenizer. There we go. So what does a tokenizer do is the short question. So the first thing is I'm going to store the information in a string for start of the file, the current position, and the end of the file. That's easy enough. I'm also going to store the line number and actually the line start. So wherever the cursor is minus the line start will give +1 will give me the column position. That's just me being lazy. So that's my tokenizer. I need to create a function now, which will be make tokenizer. Like so, and it specifies in file contents, and I'm just going to pass it by value because it's tiny. Tokenizer t, I'm just going to 0 that because I can, because why not? So the star is going to be cast that as a char. Oops, char. I'm just going to read the chat quickly. Yeah, and the reason why my thing and things at C++11 is my actual custom syntax styling, and it just works in a sense. Oops. So it works in C++ as well, and works in C. So it's just to use the same thing. Why not? Can't be bothered to change. So that oops. Copy and paste that much, and that should be the end. Char, oops, so T line start, that's going to be the start, the line is going to be 1, and then we're going to turn, I don't even need to default that to 0, do I? Screw it, just do that. So there you go, the tokenizer is made. Great! So now, what makes up a token is the short answer. So a token, we're going to go here, if you were in the parsing stage, you go get token, and then you say like get token from the tokenizer, and that's what you do. Is there actually should I do some other things as well? Actually, thinking about it. Yeah, that seems fine for now. So how do I get a token? Is the short main problem of it. I'm trying to think this through. So yeah, let's go make a token. So we need to return a token, get token here, tokenize, and just say T. Yeah, that seems good enough for me. So we need to define a token. Might be a good idea to do. And what makes a token? So the first thing is I'm just going to store a token type. So that might be a good idea to do as well. So another emon, token type. So that's the token type. The text for that token. And you prefer lexing the whole thing? Yeah, I'm just doing it quickly. It doesn't make a difference really, does it? The length of that token. Any other meta information I should add to the token? Or is that good enough for now? Maybe the line it's on? Like, you could probably... Oh, screw it, I'm not going to do that yet. Just do token. Okay, so we're going to get a token. So what type of tokens can we get? Is the real question of that today. So the first token that we could get is an unknown one. Who'd have guessed? And then what I'm going to do at the end here is token count. So I can just iterate them across if I want. So the first of the token I'm going to probably do is probably a comment. I'm going to allow for line comments that are just like // and block, which are going to be like C-style ones, like that. But they're going to be allowed to be nested, because C's stupid. And it's so simple. Yeah, gb.h is public, if you want to find it. There's a bug in it, well, only a minor bug. I'll upload the next one in a minute. So if you can get to it on my GitHub, so I'll make it a bit bigger for you to see. github.com/gingerbill/gb. You go onto here. You go onto gb.h, and yeah, this is my standard library. Pretty much my standard standard library replacement. This is where it is, and you can do all this fancy stuff in it. I just added, because I was doing some, where is it? I've just added some like synchronization stuff for threads. Kind of copied it from Sean Barrett's, but I needed it, so I thought, why not? But yeah, this has loads of things in it. So I've got atomics, I've got threading, mutexes, semaphores, synchronization affinities, for again, like setting the threads and stuff, virtual memory, custom allocation systems. What else is there? That was me trying. I haven't finished. I was going to start that. I was going to make my own custom allocator using like dlmalloc. Some custom allocators you may want to use. If you want, you can use all this code. It's public domain. You can copy any of it you want. Don't really care. I've got a better string library if you want dynamic strings, buffers, arrays. Arrays are like pretty clever. That's all the array is, and then it stores the meta information at the top. There's loads of stuff in this thing. Yeah, big old macro there. Better file handling as well. So you've got errors and properly, and there you go. Good. So hopefully that works. Linux and Mac support is not really supported yet. Can you hear me? The microphone's still broadcasting. I'm not muted. Hopefully you can hear me. Yeah. Okay. Right, so let's go back to what the tokens do we want to do. We want to do comments. So what else is there? And the other type of tokens we could have are identifiers. So an identifier are where our keywords are also going to be under there, and like this is an identifier, that's an identifier, that's one, that's one, that's one, that's an identifier. They're all different types of identifiers. What other stuff we could do? The other one I probably need as well is an end of stream. So token end of stream. So that's another one could have. I'm just splitting these up together in like logical areas. So now it's still the different types of ones. So we can have an open parentheses, good one. Oops. Close. What else could I have in here? Whoops. I could have open bracket and close bracket, and also brace. That's probably a good idea. What else is there? I could have. Right, the dungeon videos, I've unlisted them all. They're not deleted, they're just unlisted. Main reason is I'm not very proud of them, and I didn't program the way I normally program. It was just kind of a failure to me. I will probably do other videos later of other things. So yeah, GB is that Game Boy. No, it's Ginger Bill. It stands for. My actual name's just Bill. My nickname's Ginger Bill from school. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, my dungeon videos. I've just stopped, and I might redo some of the other stuff in it. Like I'll probably teach you how to do basic OpenGL and stuff again, and I may do better videos on some of the math stuff because they weren't brilliant. They were okay. Yeah, I know they weren't bad. It was just all over the place. It's the wrong thing. What I want to do is kind of do like more mini series. So kind of like you do certain areas. Like I was thinking of probably doing like a Raycaster series one time because that's been quite fun to do. I love making Raycasters. I think two of my Bleeming Ludum Dare entries were Raycasters because I love making them that much. So I don't know why. They're just fun. What else? I could probably just do basics OpenGL. Probably do. Trying to think. Some of the advanced stuff in OpenGL. No, I know Raycasters aren't that too much fun. It's just for some reason I just like doing them. It's just I don't know. It kind of amazes me in a sense how they work. I know how they work. They're so simple, but it's not the point. But yeah, let's just carry on with what I'm doing now. So what type of the things are there? We can have a comma, like for separating out lists. I will not do multiple returns on one statement because that's multiple statements on one line. That's going to be stupid. Oh, you are too much. Oh, yeah, they are too much fun. Sorry, yeah. They are quite fun to make. Yeah, so semicolon, so just to end a statement, because I'm not so bothered about using semicolons. Asterisks, that's another thing we'll need. Hash, maybe? I'm just thinking of equals, maybe. I'm just thinking of stuff through at the moment. I'm just going through random crap off the top of my head. I'm just going to do strings at the moment, integer, and floating point. I think that's enough tokens for now. I'm just going to go on to do them. Right? Okay. Yeah, that's probably a good enough one. So, we're going to have a token, and our starting token, it's going to be very amazing. So token, it's going to be token unknown. Yeah, that's it. Every single token we get is going to be token unknown. That's it. So what I'm going to do in my language is I'm not going to be very like Python or anything like that. I'm just making it up. Yeah. I'm going to add all the line symbols in a minute, don't worry. Just add all the symbols. Yeah, I could add all the symbols now. I'm just trying to kind of basically teach. Not teach, just demonstrate whatever. Whatever, I can't speak English. Wait a minute. Go away, moth. Go away, moth. Go. Damn moths. Just stop. Go away. Yeah, I've killed you now. Oh, wait. I thought I killed you. You're dead now. Yeah. Sorry, I'm killing moths. Right. So the first thing is my language is not going to be space lang. Yes, my language. I'm making it up tonight for the hell of it. Yeah, why not? I'm starting tonight. Who cares? The main reasoning is I was starting my metaprogramming tool and yeah, I just thought, fuck it, I'll just make a language. A bit easier. So, what do you need? Sorry, I was going to get my train of thought. In my language, I'm not going to care about whitespace. So if you're like programming in Python stuff, whitespace is significant. I think that's stupid and there is no reasoning for it. So I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to skip all the whitespace. So first, skip space T, and then if I can't skip the space, that means I've reached the end of the stream, and then I'm going to return the token. Isn't that great? So how do we do skip space? Well, that's actually really simple. So I'm just going to do a boolean there. So skip space, tokenizer t. So I'm just going to do an infinite loop. And look, there's Zoidberg. Because, yep, that always reminds me of Zoidberg. So if the char is a space, so for the current position in the tokenizer, that's what I'm going to do. If it's a space and it isn't a new line, you'll see why I'm not doing a new line in a minute, because I'm going to start incrementing the lines across and stuff like that. What we're going to do is then you're going to increment the cursor. Oops. The current position. If it is a new line, oh, flip up. Can I type? Right, where's F and J? There's F and J. I can type now. I'm going to try and increment the line. Now, the reason why I'm doing try is because you can call this anytime you want. Yeah, the last token could be a non-Whitespace thing. Yeah, just for now, I'm not bothered. I'm just going to get it working, okay? If it's the end of the line, like no more stops on this train ride, oops, or the current position's gone past the end, we're going to return false, else we're just going to return true. So that skips all the white space for us. Great! Now we've got this line space skipped. So, once we've skipped it all, we're going to set the text for the token, and it's just going to be the current position of where the tokenizer is. And by default, the current length of the token is going to be 1. The line it's going to be on is the line of the tokenizer as well. Good. So first we need to do the try and increment. So should I do a boolean there? Or yeah, do a boolean for, and just let's inline that as well, actually think about it. Oops, what am I doing? Try increment. So if the current position is equal to a new line, return false on the outside, return true. The line's going to be increment, and then the line start, which I had here, is going to equal to the current position. I'm going to pre-increment it so you've skipped over the new line. Yeah. Okie dokes. Let's get started. So now that we've got that, I want to get the first character that we want to pass from our tokenizer. So the first valid character that's not Whitespace. So we can turn it into a type of token. So I'm just going to put char_c up here for now so I can do it. So now C equals the current position to. I love this operator. And it's two operators at once. So you kind of dereference it and then you increment it. It's lovely. It's one of those small things. There's another one as well. I'll show you in a minute actually. And it looks cool as well. So if I reach the end of the line, it's a simple one to do. Token type equals token end of stream. I'm going to de-increment the current position because we've reached the end. I don't want to go past it. And then I'm going to break. Now the reasoning, what was my reasoning? Yeah, that is my reasoning. I can't think. Tiredness is not a good thing, nor being drunk. So now, let's do all of these that I wrote. These are all single lined. Okay. Let's just copy and paste them in. Like so. And then we're gonna just highlight them all. Like so. Put a cursor on each line, because this is Sublime text we're talking about here. Look at this. Token type. And now I'm going to inline these, not inline, align them, because I need to, because why not? It looks prettier. There we go, and let's do these correctly. So open paren, close paren, open bracket, close bracket, open brace, close brace, comma, colon, semicolon, asterisk, hash, equals. And again, I'm not doing a comparison of equals yet. So what else have I got to do? String, integer, and float. Okay. Actually, let's get rid of that. I can remember that. So if the next thing, a string is always going to be in brackets like that. So that's good. So now I know token type equals token string. So it's the same way you'd pass C. So then the text of this is going to be the current position. So the reason why I've done increment here is so we can skip it. So you've just skipped this first tag so we can actually get the string inside. So then what I'm going to do is keep incrementing. I'm going to probably get better strings later on, but for now I'm just going to do the most basic C ones. So wait that, do that. Now that means we wait till the end string. So a string, like in C, looks like this. So this is a string, but we can't. You remember we can't have things in between it unless we backslash it. This is going to be probably like just probably a full-on language, like compiled down to C. Actually, we compiled to C, and then you can probably compile the C code. That's what it's going to be. Just because why not? I've literally just came up with this idea about an hour ago or so. So why not? Yeah, I'm checking to see if it's actually a valid token as well afterwards. Oh yeah, so that's just going to keep going until we find it. So then the length of that token is going to be where the current position of the tokenizer is minus the text. Oh, I'm currently writing. Oh, so when I'm trying to pass around, it could end in a thing. That's normal. What? Yeah, I'm just doing it for this. Again, I'm just doing it C style. It's probably not a good idea at all, actually. And the only reason I'm just zero printing it out, the only reason I'm what's it called? Nulling it, the string, is so I can just print it out just in case. That is literally the only reason. Otherwise, I just check for an EOF, end of file token. Yeah. I shouldn't even have to do that because I've got the end of the buffer, so I can always check to see where the end is. Or the one past the end, technically. Great. So then, if this is kind of a double check here, so I need to make sure, yeah, make that there is, if it ends in that position, we go there. So there is our lovely strings. All done. So, shall we test it? Probably not a good idea. We haven't got anything decent yet. Actually, that should work. Oops. Oops, I've got some bugs. Yeah, T-start. I've got another moth. I thought flipping where the moth's coming from. Right, die. Don't want you eating my clothes. Ah. Oops, that was meant to be a B32. What's wrong with that? I can't type, is the short answer. Again, can't spell in that answer. Tokenizer line. Yeah, because I've not been supporting the line. I thought I were. The token has got a line in it. Yeah, because in the token I'll just set the line. Yeah, I was thinking. I'm thinking. I wanted to set the token line. Yeah, I did. What am I doing? Okay. So we're going to go through and just test to see what we've actually got. That's all we're going to do today. Actually, we're going to do a bit more. So we're going to not printf. First, I'm going to check is if it's an end of line. If token type equals token end of stream, we're going to say passing equals false. Oh, flipping heck. And then I'm just going to break out as well. I know that's redundant, but fine. Let's do that. Oh, people have left. Oh no, it doesn't matter. Right, so let's print out. Ooh, flipping heck, I can't even find keys. Let's print out what all the things are. So, let's go get the current token. So token type, and then I'm just going to go the token's length and the token text. What do you mean you can't? You can't open the file? Is it running in the background? Yep. Because I'm an umpty. And it's gone in an infinite loop. Right, there are all the tokens. And you can see a lot of them here. We've got line 0. It says line, that's the type 0, yeah. It's all unknown. And it hasn't actually done a lot of them correctly. The only one it's done correctly is the string. And some of these, and some of the braces and stuff. So hopefully you can see that. I'll make it a bit bigger. So we haven't done identifiers yet, and we haven't done comments either. So that's good. Let's carry on. So what's the next one we got to do? I'm just going to go... What else do we need? I'm just going to say, what's the default to everything else next? Actually, no. No. What's going to do? / for now. Yeah? So / is going to be our comment. I know we can also have / for everything else, but for now it's going to do that. So if the current cursor now is also a /. Hey, dear hat. So there's a / So this is going to be my comments. So single line comment. I'll just do a line. Oh, screw it. Why am I capitalizing everything? Okay. Current cursor and oh no, + on that. So now I'm going to skip all the space. And the reasoning why I'm going to skip the space is actually I'm going to store the information in this comment, excluding that space. Yeah? So, let's try this. So, token text is now going to be wherever the current position is from that tokenizer. And then the type we're going to give it is the token comment. Again, my idea is you can actually probably store some extra meta information in comments. Maybe. I don't know. Again, I'm making this up as I go along. So now, we're just going to keep reading it until we get to the end of the line. So make sure it's a valid token first. Valid character, I should say. It doesn't equal the new line. And the current position is less than the end position. Then we can just increment. Great. So now we can get rid of that. So get the length. And that's going to be where the current position is minus the text. Now if I do that and build that, there's my comment. Great. Oh, we've got a comment printed. There's it. It knows it's a comment. Now I'm guessing there's probably going to be some extra white space on the end of it, and I'm probably going to have to get rid of that. So trim space from end of token. Let's just do that now. Put it here, because why not? Oops. Token. And the way that's like really simple to do. Yeah. So we're going to store the end. So that's going to be the token. Oops. Token text plus the token length. So that's one past the end technically, but I just say end for that. And then all you're doing is while the char is a space, like so, you just de-increment it then there. And then all we need to do now is the token length is going to be the end minus wherever the token text is. So that should trim it, hopefully. Good. So that's a single line comment. So now we're going to check to see if it's a double line comment. Not double, a block line comment. Like so. So that's going to be the star there. Yeah? Good. I'm going to increment that so we can skip that cursor. And now I'm going to skip the space. Like so. And just actually, no, I'm just going to copy and paste that. And then in this, I am going to be cheating, is the short answer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say is isize, and this is going to be comment. What's it called? I can't even think words. I'm just going to say comment. Comment? I can't even think of, can I think of a word for this? What I'm trying to think is scope. Just comment scope. Yeah. I'm going to start it off on 1, so we get it down to 0. Yeah. So while it's a valid thing, is the first thing to state. We're going to make sure that it doesn't end in this. That's not the case. And the cursor is actually a valid place. If so, whoops, what have I, whoops, there we go. Thank you, Sublime Text, for telling me I missed a bracket out. That's one good thing it does. I'm going to just keep trying and incrementing the line every time. And if I don't, oops, I'm just going to do that. So, okay, so first thing is if the cursor equals, oops, what am I doing? Hello, non-sensational. Yeah, yeah, drink. Right. What am I just doing? Oh god, why am I doing this? Hey, what am I programming? Yeah, it's Alexa. Yes, I am just making up a language for the hell of it, which I came up with the idea about 2 hours ago. Yeah. Yes, this is a C-style language. It's going to look like this. Yes, that is a complete clone of JEI, yes. But JEI is not out yet, so I don't give a damn. Yes, I'm just going to test these comments. So hopefully that should work. Now, actually, that doesn't work yet because I haven't finished writing the thing. So that should be okay. So now the token length. Wait, don't tell me it's still running in the background. It shouldn't be. So there's the token length. I'm also going to trim some of the space end of it because why not? Yeah, I've called it Odin because why not? Odin sounds like a cool name for a language, and I like Norse mythology, so it seems good enough for me. So tray bend from token, and now this is kind of an assert, just to state that we've actually got I think, wait. Oops, what am I doing there? Oh god, why is it? Why is that? That damn spaces. Why did it go into spaces there? Oh, I know why. Because I cocked upon the indentation. And yeah, that's my own fault. I'm an umpty. That's the short and sweet of it. So, hopefully that worked. That did not work. What did I do wrong? Except start drinking. There we go. I was treating it like C then. That wasn't a good idea. So Does that... Yeah, that's correct now. But it's still got the last bit in there. So I guess that's because I am a numpty and I should have done that. And yeah, there's my nested comment. Great. Hopefully that works. So now it got nested comments. Just to prove it, I'm going to have another nest in there, another nest in there. And yep. So I have... And also it doesn't include... For some reason it's not skipping that. For some bizarre reason. Why is that not skipping? Oh, because it is skipping. I'm just a numpty. Right, so I don't understand in C. Can you explain to me, like, what was the reasoning that they couldn't do nested comments? Because that's it. And that's a shit version that I've just made. Like, really a shit version. Could anybody tell me why they didn't do that? Like, all you had to do was check to see how many times it actually gets nested. Whatever, there must have been a reason. I have no idea. Okay, so that's that case done there. I probably haven't done normal things, so actually let's just... No, I'll do slashes later. Screw it, I can't be bothered. Right, let's go on to do parsing identifiers. Because that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, that'll be probably my language. I like the notation. Technically, Jonathan Blow got it from Sean Barrett, didn't he? Yeah, I know it's more involved for lexing. Because if I wanted to be lazy, I'd do that. Honestly, that would be a lot nicer. Like, I could do that. And that would be pretty much like Go. Actually, it's exactly like Go. But yeah, I just kind of like how kind of terse it is to write that, and how it's, I don't know, just something so nice about it. It's just something is. I may change my mind. I'm only copying that idea for syntax because I'm awful at coming up with ideas for syntax. Yeah, it's like Go. In JI, they have Jonathan Blow's language. They do that for syntax. In Go, what you would do would be something like that. Or you do auto type declaration, so you do like vector2 and then you just go what I want to. You don't need the semicolons in Go either. They're optional. And usually when you put it with the formatter, it just gets rid of them anyway. The reasoning why names come first is actually it's easy to parse, is the first thing. Because when you're parsing it in C, if you were doing that, so if I did like that in C, what you got to do is you kind of go this, and then actually there's the name, then there's the type, you have to go back, and then you go the name, then it just gets a bit confusing. So if you put the name first, it's a bit easier. What are you talking about comments? Yeah. Okay, I understand that, yeah. Sorry, I just didn't have any context there. Keep Caleb. Yeah. Right, so shall I do some... I'm not doing any Unicode yet, just because it's not that hard to actually implement Unicode. So now let's try to see if we can do an identifier. So I'm going to be lazy. Rather than doing a proper like jump table for all the letters an identifier have, because it's technically a lot. It's just not a number is the short answer. So if char is starts with an alphanumeric number, or its C is going to be an underscore, because that's what we can do in C. Then the token type is going to be a token identifier. Yeah, yeah, so I've got token type identifier. That's great. So now I'm going to do it till it's alphanumeric. The current position here. What? Or it can be, or the this thing could be an underscore. Who'd have guessed? If you were doing this in proper Unicode, if you do this in proper Unicode, you'd actually check to see if it was a Unicode character, and it wasn't a number, and it was a valid printable character and all that lot of stuff. So yeah. So I'm only doing ASCII at the moment because it's just so simple in C. And there we go. Hopefully now that does all the token. There we go. Look at that. So we've got a nested comment and the information stored in the nested comment. And I've cocked up here. Or have I? Oops. Test Odin. Yep, I've cocked up somewhere in the single line comments. How? Oh, just screw it. I can't be... Have I cocked up that function? Have I done that wrong? Yep, I have. Yeah, that shouldn't have... No, that's right. I've done it right now. Yeah, just screw it. It's close enough. Close enough. So now you can see all the stuff tokens being actually kind of passed correctly. Isn't that lovely? So now we need to get some other things doing correct. So let's get some more symbols. So token colon. Yeah, that seems like a decent... I'm just trying to think of double ones you could have, like equals. What else could you have? I'm just going to do them two for now. So colon equals. Let's break them off. If that equals a colon, else that's going to be a double colon, so colon. I'm going to do them in a minute. I'm just doing the ones I've already got and the ones I actually need. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's do double equals. So that would be and that should have been passed then. But no, it shouldn't, because you need to specify it, don't you? So let's first token length is equal to 2. Do the same here. Put the else's on the same line because I'm not beyond Sustrup. Cursor. Let's just skip that by 2 now. And hopefully, yay, they've got the corrected done. They're good. I think I'm going to do some other things now. Hopefully I don't need to add any more yet. So char GB global, make these global variables. Token, I'm also making cons, why not? Token strings. And I'm going to just put count in there. Like so. And then just get rid of all the white space. Like so. I'll add the rest as I go along. Just select them all. Get a cursor on every single line so I can do this. And instead of printing out that now every time... Oops. What happened there? Me pressing some weird buttons. That should have worked. Oops, I haven't got... It's saying I've got something wrong. Yes, because these are strings, you numpty. Now, what else have we got wrong? Token string redefinition. Really? Oh, yeah. token strings. Is that better for you? There's no full stop. There's no semicolon there, and there's a problem here. So that's token strings. You know what? I'm going to change that. There we go. So now I can print out all the strings for the different types of tokens. Brilliant. Yeah, I've completely, for my personal projects at least, not at work, but personal project, I've gone completely to C. And yeah, I do miss some of the features from C++. I've kind of stuck to it for the past few months just to see what I actually want from a language, and it's not C++, I can tell you that. It's not even C, but yeah. Yeah. C is fine, actually. That's the most annoying thing. It's 40 years old, and it's still fine. That's what's the craziest thing. Like, hardly any of the languages out there are better than C. The reason why C is still not growing really compared to some of the most modern languages is its standard library. It's one of the reasons why I think like Node.js took off. Like, apart from being it's on every web browser, and JavaScript is and all that lot. Like, its standard library was huge, and it had the package thing and all that lot. It's one of the reasons why I love Go. Its standard library is small, but it does. Oh my god, is it brilliant! Like, it's got enough in it to do whatever you need to do. And hopefully, that's what I was trying to do with GB.H. Try and make a better standard library for C, for me at least. So yeah, C++, yeah, it's got some nice features, but it doesn't really help that much. So there we go, yeah. Tokens, all lovely past. So what else could we do now, is the short question. What other tokens have I done yet? I've got plus to do. Minus C is Shakespeare, C++ is Kanye. No, C++ is I have no idea what the best way to explain it is. Kanye is like a really good compliment there. Like, Beyonce's structure is just fucking crazy. He doesn't know how to program, like, just clearly doesn't. And yeah, I really wish C++ never took off. Like, the only reason it took off is he put a lot of PR into it, and yeah, it just worked. Like, oh my god. Like, I'm not joking, something I wrote in 6 hours today was better than C++. Rough plans for Odin. Nope, I literally came up with the idea on top of my head about 2 hours ago. So it's in my head. My ideas are literally just to make it be like a C replacement is the short answer. Not to replace C, but a more modern C for me, mainly, to solve the problems that I have. Because it's still sad that C is still pretty decent. I need to put the other stuff in here. What else is there? What other tokens could we have? Actually, shall we just Google them? C tokens. What valid tokens and identifiers are in C? Is the short question. Yeah, you can see them here. Like, I'm just looking on Google. Because why not? Oh, come on, MSDN. Come on. Have I got any killer features? Well, the first thing is I'm going to add... what else am I going to add? Better type systems for one. Probably going to have like tagged or discriminated unions, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to have like defer construct instead of RAI, because I think RAI is silly and requires too much boilerplate, while defer is actually more flexible and you don't ever use it that much. I want a lot of metaprogramming features. Like, a lot is the short answer. I don't think I'm going to do it like Lisp style, because Lisp is crazy. It's like anything else. Does it tell me a list of... I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, screw it. I can figure it out. What else are there on my keyboard? There's a hat or a carrot. Let's see. Call it a hat, because that's what I say. It sounds better. What else is on the keyboard? No garbage collection. No. I'm going to have a custom allocation system that you'll be able to use. Like it'll be kind of like this, but built into the language. Yeah, I'm not going to do dot and that's stupid. Dot and pointer. Like the compiler is smart. Should be smart enough to figure out. No, it's not going to be template metaprogramming. It's going to be. I'm still not sure. It's just going to be crazy. Is the short answer. It's going to be able to you can write macros, but not macros that are type safe, and they'll generate the code, but you write in not the same language that you're typing in now. Templates are technically another language. They are Turing complete, did you know? That's what's crazy about them. C is 2 languages and C++ is 3 languages, probably more. And that's what's really crazy. Like C has C and the preprocessor, and then C++ has the templates on top of that. And yay, that's like a brilliant idea, isn't it? So there's going to be plus plus, minus minus, slash slash. I don't need. That's not going to be it. The one backslash backslash. That's not. Hat hat. Can you have that? Like, oops, like that. Oh, it's like one of those. Like whatever they are. Less overloading of star. Yeah, I'm going to try and fix that. Oh yeah, some of the things that just made me thought. And so like that. Or what else is on this keyboard? What else is on this damn keyboard? Tilde and at. What? No, that's here on this keyboard. That's where it is. Okay, that's good to hear. Literally just came up with the idea. May not continue it. It may turn out to be a bad idea. Oh, what am I doing? Right, what else is that? I've got hat, and these are all can be doubled up. Why not? Or. I know that's technically a pipe, isn't it? Or is that? Because where's technically? That's technically not. That's not, isn't it? That's not all. Pipe. Pipe. That sounds cool. Tilde. Can you? Is that? Do you want to support that? Nope. At. Nope. Try and keep the symbols simple enough. Yes, it will. But it won't. Well, it'll have the token probably, but I probably won't support it as bit shift. I'm just going to probably make them as kind of like intrinsics, because I don't know. Like bit shifts, yeah, maybe. Less than. That's greater than. That's less than. Greater than equals. Less than equals. GT. Greater than. Less than. For rotation. I don't know. I don't really want to have too many symbols. I want to keep the language simple enough that you can keep the entirety of your language in your head, sorry. Like C I can keep in my head. I've got most of C++ in my head. Not all of it. especially the very, very modern stuff. I don't have that in my head. But I have most of Go in my head, because Go's like the entirety of Go. Let's see. Go language. Where is... Here's the language for Go. Where is, like... Let's get it started. That's not what I want. Tour of Go? No. Is there a... Golang documentation? Because, like, Go is, like, tiny. Right, the way I'm going to do swap is like what Go does for swap, because it's quite good. For swapping variables, all you have to do is this in Go. There you go. You have multiple return types, and you can just swap things like that. So that means you could also do that, if you wanted. You could swap more around that. Yeah, I can't... Where is the language reference? It's tiny, though. It's like... I think it's like 10,000 lines. Here you go. The spec. Good. It's 2016. This is the entire language spec. I know I'm scrolling through it very fast. Like, I don't... That's the entire spec. And just scrolling through it. That's probably about 50 pages worth. That's it. I know it's quite big. But yeah. So, these are all the things that they do. Ooh. I might have to copy that. Or do I do a dot? That might be a good idea. And let's just get rid of that for now. And do that at the end. Because that was stupid, Bill. Stupid. Because this language doesn't have bleeding things in it yet, has it? Yeah, there's too many things overloaded. That's the short answer. But what does that operator do in Go? Honestly, oh, I think I know what that does. I think I know what that does. I think that's for bits. No, it's not. Yeah, that's for... No, I don't know what that is for. Could anyone tell me what that is in Go? Right, for namespace and stuff, I'll probably just use like something like packages or modules, and that'll be that way for namespaces. And yeah, I'll probably just use a dot. Go does that as well. It's pretty simple. I don't want colon. I think C++ early in the day, like in the 80s or like early 90s, it did that as well. I have no idea why they changed it. I don't know. Again, I'm not thinking about big things right now. I'm just literally just trying to pass this. I'm just trying to make a basic lex, so that's all. Period. That's the technical term for that, right, isn't it? Equals plus can I do that? Oh, did it? Can I change it on the fly? No. It's using. It says it's using a constant bit frame rate. Oh no, it's constant. No, it's not using. Oh, it is. Oh, it says it's doing. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know how to use this for OBS. Could anyone tell me how to do fixed bit rate on OBS? Like I've just got it here. Like how do I do it? Bitwise clear. Oh, that's useful. Of course it is, because they don't have a not in the language, do they? Oh, like they don't use a tilde for not, so they have to use a bitwise. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Yeah. I have no idea. Like, I'll show you the settings that I have for streaming. There. I've just looked. I think they were the default. Is that good? Is that bad? I have no idea. Never done this before. Never. No, I don't know. Why would you need... Right, that is in Go. I swear that operator means... right, in C, if you had like some mask, like this is A... I'm thinking... Oh, what? Right. Just close your eyes and type on a keyboard. Be easier. In C, you'd have like this, wouldn't you? There's your mask and stuff. I think in Go, that's what you do. I think. Is it in Twitch itself, do you think? I'll just go into Twitch quickly. First I'll see my stream. I might change the title of it, why not? What should I change the title to, guys? Yeah, it just says programming. Oops. Let's change it to... Let's change it to programming a language. Yeah. Yeah, constant bitrate, you're right. Correct, thank you. Yeah, I don't think it's to clear... I don't know what it is. I don't really know. Okay. Let's just see what Go does. I want to see what I just want to see if there's any we missed. That was all. Backslash, backslash. Like, that's just so I don't cock things up. Yeah, backtick might be a good idea. Back tick. What the hell's happening there? I don't know. What else is there? Minus minus, plus plus, equals equals, colon colon. There we go. Yeah, there's some errors, I know. Right, shall we fail that? And that. So do not run it if it doesn't compile. LT, I know. These should be... like so. That's less than less. I've already done that. What am I doing? Oh no, that's... greater than equals. That is not a command, apparently. There we go. So it passed it all. That seems to be correct. Good. Let's get rid of all that crap. Please don't use backtick in the language. Okay. It's gone. Why not use backtick? What's wrong with it? Well, that's your own fault. Meh. Go uses backtick for multiple line comments, so like multiple line strings, I mean. It's not a problem. Yeah, do you want me to get rid of tilde as well? But actually, I don't know. I don't know. Keyboards are weird. Ugh. Right. So I'm just typing some things. There we go. Yeah, I use tilde quite a lot actually. Not tilde, backtick as well. Tilde is only used for destructors, and it's also used for an like not bitwise not. Alt Shift plus. Okay, again, I don't know. Again, I'm not worried about things right at the moment. So this is going to be. This is a string. An integer, I'm just going to state it as an integer. I'm not going to say if it's like special type ones and stuff. So like that's an integer. That'll be an integer. Should I do binary as well? Like OB binary? That might be a good idea. A, B, F. And then floating point will be 1.0, 0.0, 1.1E9 plus, I don't know, something like that's probably enough for floats. Is that all the stuff I actually need? Open parameter, open paren, close paren, open bracket. Oops. Whoa. Close bracket. Open brace. Close brace. And just think this thing, end of stream, whatever. That's fine. Yeah, I'm not going to do any number suffixes. That's just stupid. Like, my numbers are going to be just stored as the biggest you can, like, they're going to be just like their numbers. They're just going to be like special. I can't think of the term for it, but yeah. Like, they're just going to be literals in a sense. So, yeah, I'm not going to do that. There's a lot of things I don't want from C. I'm not copying C completely. So, what else could I do here? Just do F32s. Let's do that. So, F32, let's make that 1.0 like that. Or it could be that. That would be perfectly valid. I32, that could be that as well, so I'm just going to do that. 1337 because I'm late. I just want to see if I can parse numbers correctly. Yeah, it's not done yet. So let's do all of them. Main. So keep them up the side here so I can see them because it's huge text. So any of them that are doubled up. We haven't got a dot or a period, isn't it? Oops, period. Asterisk. Hash. Okay, can we do plus plus? No, they're not. Slash, there's no. Actually, could do them. What's the technical term for a slash? Is it solidus? Solidus? I don't know. Something like that, isn't it? It's backslash. There's hat. And, or tilde. Is it a double tilde? No. Token tilde. Yeah, you do need big ints to parse floats correctly, yeah. But, I'm just going to store my strings at the moment, so that should solve some problems. I'm going to need to do an at as well, won't I? I don't want to do double at. Okay, so let's go through this. Colon, colon is equals, equals. Strings. There is now case, there's plus plus. You know what, I'm going to make a macro to do all this. So single, what's the thing, chart, so C, single, double, I'm going to do C there, and then equals T current 0 if equals C, token type equals, not double, that's stupid. What am I doing there? Double token, single token. That was clever of me, nearly did that. Token length equals to the current position. Add 2 to that. Else token type equals single token. Let's just put a thing on every single line at the end. Right, so we've got that. So that is single is token colon colon colon. We don't need that there because we're going to do that. So the next one is equals equals. Oops, do that. What else is there? There's going to be plus. That was good. What else do I need to do? There's going to be minus minus. So it's just first, let's write them all out. Hat hat. And. Or. Now these aren't doubled, but those are doubled. So do that. How do I move? Or do you just have to move? Can you move single lines at a time, can't you? Like that. So greater than. I'll do that. So let's do minus minus. Hat hat. I know it's called a carrot. I know. What else is there? There's an and. Yeah. And that. And then there's a pipe. I'll say pipe for some reason like that. Greater than. And oops. Less than. However, those two at the bottom are probably the bad idea to do. Just realised that was stupid. Stupid Bill. You're numpty, aren't you? We need to handle that case properly. So case, there we go. That one, because they're overloaded a bit more than normally. So on the same line, sorry, in Sublime Text on the same line, I think it's Control Alt and then the arrow keys up and down. Like that. You can see what I'm doing. There's hundreds. That's brilliant, right? Yeah, I use multiple cursors like mad. That's one of the main reasons why I can't go to vocoder. And also the mark system is incompatible with multiple cursors because you need highlighting. You can't have multiple marks. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I know. I haven't finished that yet. So 0's there. So if that equals double. Token type equals greater than. But how did you? Oh, Control D. So if I go, I'm just doing it by hand. I usually do the keyboard all the time. But Control D, so does it all the same line? So it just gets the next valid one of that selection. So if I do it again, you can see it's there, and it just repeats back. Yeah, that's all that is. equals 2. Yeah, multiple cursors are absolutely brilliant. It's the short answer to me. You can do some of the craziest. I don't even know why I did that with mouse then. You can do some crazy stuff with them. That you cannot do with other systems. Yeah, you can't do that yet, can I? Like this. You can do that. You can do multiple things and then you can just edit them like that. Hey presto, you've done some big multi-edit. So, let's get on to another thing. Right, so what else haven't we handled yet? We haven't handled how to do integers or floats. Let's do it here. Yeah? That seems like the most appropriate place. Yeah, most like tokenizers won't be as this nice to read, by the way. Most tokenizers are horrible. Like they always use like flex and bison. I'm like, oh my fucking god, this is only. I'm going really slow. I would have been programming much faster if I'm not talking or drinking. So is that only plus? Oh, that should be +1, not undeclared identifier. That's greater than or equal to. Less than, that's what I mean. 47 is already used. Is it? You're right, it is. So I'm going to do is that as the default. Otherwise, it's something else. So let's go do something else. Oh. Yeah, they can generate code much faster, but you can write a handwritten one properly with like proper stuff and it'll be actually faster. But you can just define the language and such with it. I just find them just so overcomplicated to set up, and it's just not worth it. Like, it would take me a few hours just to set it up, while in that time I could probably write a proper parser, not one of these cheap ones I'm making, these imitation ones. But I don't know. Okay, we're going to do numeric. But actually, that's a stupid idea. That was already a stupid idea. Yeah. So why is it stupid to check if it's numeric? Because you could have a plus sign in front of it. Yay! So let's just do else. So, if GB is digit, if it's a digit, or, now this is one thing we're going to do, if the current thing is a thing, that made perfect sense, didn't it? Char is it, then the next one. Yeah, I know. Whatever, this is not very fast. This is just clearly not that fast, just from looking at it. Or. That should be enough. Yeah, that should be, oops.